there, Tracy here from the Westgrade Public Library. Welcome to our gentle chair yoga. When you're ready, just making sure that your chair is in a really sturdy place where it's not going to slip away or slide away from you. And just taking a moment to come to the edge of your chair so that you're not slouching into the back, that you're sitting up nice and tall, and that the feet are planted comfortably down onto the ground. So just take a moment to kind of settle into your seat. You can take your shoes off perhaps. Just taking a moment, and when we begin, just closing your eyes and beginning to just feel yourself gently lengthening up your spine. So not approaching this from a rigid place, but just softening through the space of the spine, lengthening up through the crown of your head. It might even feel like you're tucking your chin slightly. Allowing your shoulders to relax and the hands and the arms just to relax onto the legs or the arms of your chair. And just begin to take a few deep cleansing breaths in and out of your nostrils. Feeling the jaw relax and the eyes relax. So just taking the hands now, and we'll place them on the chest. So just below the collarbone, open palms towards the body. And just gently kind of applying just a little bit of pressure and a gentle pulling downward. Just take a breath into the hands. And then as you breathe out, begin to lift the chin up towards the sky. And again, just that gentle pulling down with the fingertips and the hands. Breathing into a nice stretch at the front of your neck. And then sitting up nice and tall. We'll take the hands now just into these claws here with the thumbs and then all the fingers together. And then just wrapping those around your rib cage. Just let your shoulders relax. So just kind of in the lower rib cage area. Or you can just feel for a few moments your breath expanding a little wider and a little deeper into the space of the ribs. Just continuing to stay connected to the body, to your seat, to your breath. Excellent. And then when you're ready, just relaxing the arms down. And we'll take a moment just doing a few shoulder rolls. Inhaling the shoulders up towards the ears and then gently drawing them back and down as you squeeze the shoulder blades together with your exhale. So just taking a few like that.
I'm just going to ask, do you have a second? Okay, so I don't know if you've been to our website at all. www.westgradeLibrary.com.
Nice, and relax that down. Bringing the tips of the fingers now behind the head, or even just behind your ears, just somewhere where you can draw the elbows open wide, feeling space across your chest, not moving necessarily to a back bend, but just drawing them back so you feel that opening across the chest. And then we'll take a full breath in, and as you breathe in, press down through the feet and allow that to propel the chest to lift up and forward and the elbows back, and the gaze can lift. And then your exhale, you start to tuck your tailbone around your spine, bring your elbows forward and down. Close together, maybe they even touch. Inhale, again, feeling this connection down towards the ground in the seat, and that lifts the chest into that back bend. And then exhaling back, closing in on the body here. So So continuing with a few more like that, just in the pace of your own breath. Nice. The next one, just sitting up nice and tall again, straight through center. And then let's reach the arms down towards the ground, away from the body here. Palms facing down. And then just turn the palms up towards the sky, rolling back through the shoulders. And turn the palms down, maybe they even face the back. So a little bit more of that similar movement we were just doing, this inhaling to a back bend. And exhaling to round forward, but taking this a little further into deeper and different areas of the shoulders. You're really thinking about movement of the shoulder blade here with this opening of the palms and turning the palms down. Nice, then sitting up tall. Bringing the hands out in front of you together, clasping the hands and then turning the palms forward. Find a nice stretch in the back of your body here as you sit tall, but reaching through the palms all the way from the back of your body. And then inhaling, lifting the arms up towards the sky. We'll soften the elbows a little bit here so the shoulders have some space. And just breathing here for a moment. And then we'll let the right arm come down towards your side and reach up and over with your left. So find your seat here, root down into that and feel yourself lifting from that place as you reach. And then reaching both arms back up towards the sky again. Clasping the hands if that was okay for you, and pressing them up towards the sky again. Take a full breath in. And then on your exhale, the left hand comes down and you reach up and over with that right hand. Nice, both arms back up towards the sky again. Turn the palms to face that way. Take a full breath. And then on your exhale, we're going to turn towards the right and come to a twist. So grabbing onto that right leg, gazing over right shoulder. Arms up towards the sky as you come towards center. Exhale, opposite direction. Grabbing for that left knee, root down, rise tall through the spine and gazing over left shoulder. Nice, and then we'll just unwind right back to center. All right, so just taking a moment here, we're going to come to a little bit of a lunge type of shape with the legs. So I'm going to turn to my right, so that just my right upper thigh, the back of that is on the chair, and that foot is still hopefully touching down on the ground. And then we're going to reach the left leg, which is kind of dangling off of the chair, reach it back behind you. So the toes are tucked under, and the heels up towards the sky, and then the hips are going to be facing in this direction of the right. So you may notice that your back knee is bent a lot. You can press to straighten that leg, but just doing that a few times. So just letting the knee drop down, press the leg straight. So just being mindful of how that feels in your hip flexor. Just taking that easy here. Sitting up tall, maybe grabbing onto the chair. Nice, and then find a place, just gently pressing back and gazing forward. We'll take the arms forward and up for a nice full breath in. And then exhale, we'll just pause here, just feeling this shape and breathing here. Nice, and then exhale, the hands come down. And then we're going to just turn towards the front again, and then that back heel is going to drop down. So your leg can maybe change position, so that can happen. And the hips would be open a little bit more towards the front of your chair. So hopefully that other foot is planted down onto the ground. We'll take that elbow now and take it to that right knee. Turn your chest open towards the space at the front of you, and the left arm comes up and overhead. Palm facing down. So the side angle here, maybe gazing up or down towards the ground. Nice. Inhale, rising up. And then just pulling that leg back in. And we'll do that on the other side. So left leg and upper thighs on the chair. Hips are facing forward and that right leg reaches back. So tucking the toes under, heels up towards the sky. And just taking a moment here, just moving through that straight leg and bent knee. Doesn't have to go entirely straight. You'll feel that stretch there. Just take a moment there. And then rooting down through the feet. And we'll inhale and rise the palms. Just relax the shoulders a little bit here. Just holding this shape and breathing softly. And then exhale, the arms come down. We turn to open here as that back heel drops down towards the ground. We'll take that elbow to rest on the thigh. Upper arm up, the right arm up and over, palm facing down and reaching into the side ankle here. So you'll feel this stretch from the fingertips right out to the edge of your right foot. So maybe lifting chest and gaze towards the sky, or if it's more comfortable to just gaze down towards the floor. Taking a few breaths. Nice, and then coming all the way back up. And we'll pull that leg in, and then again, just sitting back onto the edge of your seat where the feet are planted. Have a little bit more space now between the legs. So I'm going to guide you through a forward fold. If that's uncomfortable for you or you get a little dizzy or anything, you can always just take that to elbows or even just hands on thighs. Okay, so when you're ready, just sitting up nice and tall, let's take the arms out to the side, palms facing out, shoulders drawn back. And when you're ready, full breath in, reaching all the way up. And maybe touching the fingertips together at the top. Exhale, pressing the palms back. Start to hinge forward at your hips and coming down. So the chest lays on the thighs, perhaps in the space in between. The arms can rest on the side and the head relaxes. Now maybe shaking the head a little bit here. And again, elbows can always come to thighs if that feels safer or more comfortable. Just let your head relax. And then, regardless of where your hands are, slide them up the legs or bring the palms of your hands to the tops of your thighs. And then slowly inhale and lengthen all the way back up to sitting. Nice, and we'll do that a few more times. Full breath in, reaching all the way up. Fingertips touch. Exhale, pressing back with the palms as you come forward with the chest, over the hips, and down onto the thighs, letting the head relax here. Bringing hands to upper thighs, pressing down and rising up. And one more time. Big breath in. Fingertips touch. Exhale, folding over the hips. Relaxing the head, relaxing the arms and the shoulders. Finding support here so you don't feel like you're going to roll forward. And then bringing hands to the thighs and inhale nice and tall and back up to sitting. Nice, we'll do one more twist before we end. So just bringing your legs together here and we'll cross over, just like you were crossing your legs, perhaps how you sit sometimes. So just crossing right at the thighs. And then inhale the arms forward and up. So if you have your right leg crossed over, turn towards your right. So whatever leg is crossed, turn in that direction. And then you can just bring yourself into that twist so the left hand would grab for that leg, the right hand maybe for the back of your chair, the arm at the side. And just breathing here, gazing over that right shoulder, maybe even turning the eyeballs. Nice, unwind the body back to center. And we'll uncross the legs and do that in the other direction. So crossing here, inhale tall, arms to sky. Exhale into that twist. Maybe as you gaze over the left shoulder, the eyes can turn a little further in the direction of the left. Nice, and then unwinding the body and uncrossing the legs. And just finding, again, that comfortable place where you can land here on your seat. We'll take one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. And if you were here at the beginning when we started and we had our hands hooked around the rib cage, can you maybe just kind of rethink about that type of breathing, even with the hands here on the front of the body? So perhaps closing the eyes, softening the jaw, taking a breath in the nostrils, feeling the rib cage widen and expand. And then exhale, feeling that draw right back into your center. So just taking a moment here to focus your attention on your body and your body breathing. Noticing any drifting or distractions, just bring yourself back. Full breath in and full breath to empty. Wonderful, finding a little smile behind your eyes, maybe on the cheeks. And thank you everyone so much for joining me here. We're here live every Thursday at 4 o'clock. And if you've missed any of them, you can always access all of the previous sessions on our YouTube channel. Have a great afternoon, everyone. See you next week. Bye-bye.